All right. Hello, everybody. This is Perpetual Podcast episode, technically number 3, because I did another podcast called Perpetual Podcast. It lasted 2 episodes. So technically, this is episode 3, but this is the relaunch, 2 years after the original. This time, instead of it being me and 3 of my close friends, it is just myself. So I hope you all stay tuned, and hopefully we have some good times here together. I got my friend Braden. He is like my, let's say, close associate. He's going to help me make this fun little podcast fun. And I'm going to show some Minecraft in the background. Well, what's this podcast about? Well, Braden in the chat posted politics ? Because that's what my channel was about. I mean, I'm sure I'll talk about that a lot. Wow, that's a very in-depth question you're asking me to answer there, Braden. Well, let's start off by saying this podcast is going to be about whatever's currently happening. You know, maybe daily news, maybe more on the lines of whatever I want to talk about. In a perfect world, how would I have handled the debt crisis? So he's talking about the U.S. Treasury's decision, the Congress's decision to make this new debt ceiling rule. Well, they already came to a conclusion, so my view is not really important anymore. But how I would have handled it is I wouldn't have been a lame asshole and fucked over the entire nation just to get what they wanted, either side, out of the debt ceiling issue. Namely one side, though. Braden also asked a fave all-time episode of any show. So I would say my top 5 shows include, Game of Thrones, Doctor Who, Breaking Bad. I guess you could maybe throw Rick and Morty in there. And then I would say maybe Better Call Saul as well. Favorite all-time episode, though, it's gotta be Doctor Who. I think it's season 6 or something like that. It's the one that they have Vincent Van Gogh in, and that is just the best television like ever. It made me cry, that episode, so that's saying something. Now, starting off here, we have like a lot of things to talk about, you know? I'm here alone on the podcast, just sitting here talking by myself. And oh man, Brandon's giving me all the good questions here. If you were forced to eat any one food with every meal, you can have other food, but you must include your food choice with every meal, what food would you choose? Now, is this variable? Does it have to be a certain type of food, or can it be like I can choose potato and it can be, French fries, mashed potatoes, etc.? Or does this say, does it have to be specifically okay, you allow variety? Then I would straight up just say potatoes. I think potatoes are the correct choice there. I love potatoes in most forms. I've not had a bad potato. I'm growing potatoes. I like potatoes a lot. So potatoes. And if you didn't allow variety, I would continue on with the same trend and say French fries. I love French fries, specifically waffle fries. They are just the best. So, there's that. Alright, well, let's, Okay, man, Brayden, once again, hitting me with another good question for the podcast here. Now, I know this is the first episode, but Brayden has decided this is episode where I delve into nearly everything in the world. Brayden says, "You've become God. Congrats. You must now choose a new unique way to reset the Earth. How do you do it?" How do I reset the Earth? man, I almost think that's like in what? Give me some examples or something. I don't think that's a very answerable question. I guess a new disease. Okay, so I spawned something in, is what you're saying. Um, I guess in my perfect reality, recreation by fire. What does that mean? Recreation by fire? One of those two. I guess maybe I would make it to where humans know that there's an afterlife. You know, I think that would calm everybody down quite a bit. You know, I think it's a big scary thought that everybody doesn't know what happens after this life. So either you blow it or you don't. And I feel like if everybody knew, we might have a lot more, consideration, for each other. Be like, yes, well, I can't be a dick to you in this life because I will see you for eternity. I don't know if that's what you mean, but that's what I'm gonna go with. These are all great questions. Brayden, what a weird question. Okay, so my friend here has given me another unique question. Oh no, you've been trapped in a game of CS:GO. If anybody doesn't know what that is, well, you should have lived during the years of 2013 to 2016, because my oh my, what a time. I must live the full game and win the game to continue my life. How do I survive? Well, let's put it this way. Luck, because honestly I'm pretty bad at that game. So, I don't know. It's luck. That would be the only way I live, at least. What am I doing here? Well, anyway, this podcast is going to be about a lot, I'm going to try to delve into some deep topics, and hopefully, just hopefully, some people will listen. The goal really is to just keep continuing on, no matter whether or not anyone listens, but I'm going to try to make it more enjoyable for everyone. This first one is a little rocky so far, but you know what? The second one, it's going to be fantastic. Don't you worry. It'll be well designed and better, and it's going to be great. Okay, Brayden has given me another question to answer. Would you accept a free modern mansion isolated by the rest of mankind for the sacrifice of all electronics? So I would have to sacrifice all electronics and just live on this desolate land alone? Is that what you're saying to me? Because if so, probably. That's what you're saying, yes. Yeah, I think I would. I think I would do that. I'm a bit of a little, little farmer. Got a little farmer in me, I raise chickens. I grow potatoes, like I said. I grow stuff. I think that would be my main hobby at that point. Pretty much just, step into the farmer life. And yeah, I think that's that would happen. Would I rather be the host of a podcast or be the top Roblox streamer for one day? For those that don't know, I was once the top Roblox streamer in the entire world. That is a title I will take with me to the grave. It truly was just fantastic. I will say though, I don't really want to be known as the Roblox guy. I would rather be known as the host of a podcast, because, you know, I don't like being unique. I want to be, the part of the collective hive mind that we're all experiencing. So yeah, that's my answer to that. What else to talk about? Well, what have I been doing today? Let's see. I took the girlfriend out, went and did some stuff. I fed my chickens some new food items today. Not Minecraft chickens, just my actual chickens. I fed them some nice banana peppers. They've been eating those for a while. I fed them, let's see. Oh man, you know what I saw today, gentlemen, everybody listening? I saw for the first time a couple days ago my chickens devour a fucking worm out of the ground. They dug into the ground and they just ate the shit out of a worm. Just absolutely rifled it out of the ground, swallowed it fucking whole. Just entirely whole. It yeah, I don't know, man, but that was pretty interesting to see. They also, I've seeing them continually eat fucking flies, just snatch them out of the sky. One of my chickens, who I've named Arcadius, has flown to the top of his pen, and it is very scary to see. But that's okay. I gotta probably maybe cut their wings so they don't escape anymore. But that's okay. Braden has given me a couple more questions since the last time I've heard from him. Would you rather fight 100 gnomes or 2 panthers pumped up on cocaine? Gnomes are intelligent, while panthers are intelligent. I guess that's not really a... Panthers pumped up on cocaine. How much cocaine? Because do I have the chance of making their heart explode? Because that's the option I'm taking. 100 gnomes are really just small little guys that are very intelligent, I don't want to face that. Cocaine bear amount? They'll probably die, dude. A panther's heart certainly is smaller than a bear's, right? So they might hyperventilate and then explode. So, I'm thinking the cocaine panthers personally. I don't know if that's just me though. Well, hello chickens. Oh no, we lost a guy. Come here, buddy. Look, come here. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I think definitely the panthers. Man, oftentimes I think maybe one day I'd like to have a apiary. Has anybody else ever thought of that? Having an apiary, nice some bees, make some honey out of it, that'd be great. I think that would be really cool. Oh man. Oh, Brayden asking the serious questions here. Would you rather allow your best friend to die by the hands of a Latina, or allow him to watch Better Call Saul with a Latina? Brayden, you are more than welcome to go watch Better Call Saul with your Latina. I love you. Thank you for staying while you did. It's been a real honor. I'll just continue rambling on my little podcast here. And you can watch it later on YouTube. And or any podcast place, hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. See if I can figure that out. It's going to be on YouTube for now. Anyway, as I was saying... Oh, fuck. I've encountered a zombie here in Minecraft. As I was saying about my apiary, I think it would be really cool to have little fucking bees, Man, I oftentimes when I'm thinking about bees, I think about that Theo Von segment where he talks about bees, where he says, think about a bee. It's just a little guy that comes up and stabs you, I really think about that often. A lot, like all the time, actually. It makes me fucking laugh hysterically. Oh, fuck, I just murdered a chicken. Anyway, well, not a real chicken, a Minecraft chicken. But anyway. Oh, man. I think it's pretty cool, the idea of being a self-sustaining individual, just living off the land, living off your own property, just saying fuck you government, and then, just fucking off. Oh god, I'm getting invaded by zombies in Minecraft, but that's okay. I think that's where I'm gonna end up in life, just a little guy out there, being a little guy, doing guy things out there in the wilderness, maybe a pet bear or something, you ever think about that, having a pet bear? I think about it all the time, if I'm being honest. I think it would be really cool, because if you have a pet bear, nearly every animal will be scared of you, right? If you have a pet bear, oh, I'm dead. I died in Minecraft. But if you have a pet bear, right, and you are, just living out there in the wild there, with your pet bear, who's gonna fuck with the guy with a pet bear, A fair few would endeavor not to go near the guy with a bear. And personally, I would rather have a bear than not have a bear. And maybe that's just my opinion, man. But, I think it's a pretty valid one, honestly. Oh my god, another friend of mine has appeared in the chat. Shaner Niner, how are you? It's so good to see your acquaintance. This is the beginning of my podcast, Shane. You've stepped into my realm. Your Niner good? That's so good to hear, Shane. Yeah, dude. I'm streaming. This is gonna be the first podcast of the remake series. Oh, I just died again. The remake series of my podcast. We're on episode 3 technically, but this is episode 1 of the rebirth. It's not a Minecraft podcast, okay? Let's not get it confused, all right? It's a podcast that I am making while I'm playing Minecraft. Okay, it's not the same as a Minecraft podcast. Come on now, Shane. Give me some credit here. Shane, do you got any questions for me? Braden left me to go be with his girlfriend, like a little bastard. I'm just kidding. I'm glad that he's found love. Yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna die to a skeleton, Shane. Oh, I died to a skeleton. Yeah. Okay, you got a question for me, Shane? Please enlighten me. I need to know. Well, anyway, while Shane is typing up his little quandary there, I've been really working hard on making my chickens very satisfied with their coop. And I'm not just talking about Minecraft chickens, I'm talking about my real chickens as well. They're thriving currently. They're growing large. They're even starting to get their the red shit, on their face. It's appearing. I forgot what it's called right now, but I'm kind of fighting skeletons, So yeah, it's coming in, dude. I'm a little chicken farmer McGee, they call me, and it's going well. I'm doing that in Minecraft and in real life, you know? I should, you know what I should do for these podcasts? Instead of playing Minecraft, I should set up a little chicken webcam, you know, outside. Make them, you know, watch them as they do chicken stuff. I don't know why I didn't just sit in this pen the whole night and be defended from all the zombies that are coming to kill me. But you know what? I didn't. So here we are now. Man, you know, I think it's really interesting that anyone would be even remotely interested in hearing what I have to say. But for the 4 viewers I have on Twitch right now, I'm really thankful. Thank you so much for tapping into this exciting adventure with me. You know, I don't know what to say. I'm truly thankful for all 4 of you that are here. This is, man, it's so great. I need iron, you know, in Minecraft. You know, I'm doing that on the side here. Need some iron. Maybe I need some iron in real life, too. I'm probably iron deficient, let's be real. But, you know, that's okay. Not everybody has to have iron, you know? It's kind of like how everybody doesn't have to have a job, you know? There's always a 3% unemployment rate, no matter what, right? Isn't that a thing? That's a thing. Not everybody has to have a job, you know? I think maybe 3% of people are just supposed to not have a job, you know, at all times. I know that's a rotating figure. I know everybody eventually probably has a job unless they have like a massive impairment. But, you know, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe that 3%, you know, whittle it down to 0.5. I bet 0.5% of people would be like, man, I don't need a job. And I think personally, I'm a big guy. I'm a big proponent of that, personally. I like the idea of just sleeping, like, all day. Like, I know everybody's going to be like, wow, Steven, you're so lazy. But you know what? I don't care. I would rather be good night, goodbye, bedtime, you know, all the time, you know? And I don't think people understand that. Oh, Shane has typed his question. Okay, this is an interesting one. It's basically the same question that Braden asked me previous, but you know what? I'll take it anyway. I like to talk about this kind of stuff. It's very interesting to me, and I hope it is to you as well. But if it's not, you know, just maybe skip this section, or maybe even skip the entire episode, you know, or maybe just skip me overall as a guy, you know. But no, Shane, don't be apologetic. It's okay. I want to answer. All right. Shane says, given the current turmoil between Republicans and Democrats over this debt ceiling, what do you believe is the best resolution for us as a country to take in order for us to not be held under the thumb of these capitalist lovers? Okay. Well, you know, you got 2 sides of this story, right? I'm not saying either side is correct, because I don't want to be outright discriminatory. But you know what? Personally, I believe the Republicans are really wrong in this regard. They shouldn't have held America at gunpoint with this bill. I mean, the debt ceiling is basically, you know, this random barrier that we've set up every couple of months or years that basically is like, oh yeah, we'll raise the debt ceiling the next time as well. We're just agreeing to pay the bills we've already acquired. Like, we are already, you know, we've already got the things that these bills have paid for. So to me, you know, personally, I don't think it should be allowed. You know, it's a constitutional law that we cannot be, you know, we cannot default on our loans. Like, that's literally in the Constitution to not do that. So, you know, the 14th Amendment really should have been invoked in like January, and then Joe Biden should have just tried to get a bill passed in Congress that said, you know what, no more debt ceiling. We don't need one. Our money is not really based on anything anymore, so does it really matter? You know, we really could, if we wanted to, limit a lot of our spending and pay off all our debt, but like we don't need to. It's a fake number. It really is. And I know, like, you know, there's a lot of economic boom and doom over the debt. Yeah, it's bad. I agree with you. I don't like being in debt to other countries, but you know what? We're not going to die. We're going to be okay. We're still going to have a country. There's countries that are in more debt per capita than we are. So it's like, I don't know, man. The situation's not even that dire yet. It's just like, we kind of have this stupid, nonsensical rule about this stupid thing that really shouldn't even matter. Like, no one should care. Like, at all, really. But, you know, that's my 2 cents. Others may have other kind of thoughts on that, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. I think most people would agree that it was nonsense of both sides to wait till this long to, you know, pass this damn law, this bill. And, you know, it's not even passed yet, so theoretically it could fail in Congress, which would be just like a huge blow to our entire country and its people for no reason. Because, you know, Republicans and or Democrats, depending on your worldview, screwed us over. Regardless of which side you blame, here's what I'll say. We could have just simply not had this, and, you know, America wouldn't be in a state of emergency. And that's all I've got to say. That's pretty much my massive amount of caring about that subject anymore is nearly gone because of how close it is to being done. It looks like it's going to pass Congress today. You know, it's May the 30th of 2023, so perhaps, you know, it won't be a big issue anymore. But you know, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts and opinions on that. Shane, you said you might have another question for me. I'd love to hear it. And you know, as always, it's more than happy to talk about politics, but it's just, you know, as this is the first episode, I mean, I didn't necessarily want to go down that road, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. I want to hear. I want people to say what they want to say in the chat, so that's okay. Man, this, you know. But you know, what's going on? What's going on in my life besides for that chaos? I think I'm about to start to think about what I'm gonna do with my life here. You know, my school's going well. I'm almost done. I really am getting close there. I'm in my final semester after the summer. And, you know, I'll graduate hopefully with a bachelor's in history, you know, and I could talk all day about history, but I'm sure a very few of my viewers want to listen to that. But regardless, Shane has another question for us, and I want to hear it. Shane says, okay, if someone wanted to become the world's greatest lo-fi artist and have a YouTube that's popping off, what do you recommend for them to do in order to achieve said glory? Well, Shane, I think if anyone is the one that can answer that question, it's not me, it's you, Shane, as you have done pretty much like that, brother. Like, you are really good Like, your music is really good. I think you have a lot of monthly followers on Spotify and YouTube, I assume, as well. I mean, you are a prime example of what it's like to, truly follow your passion, and I really respect you and commend you for that. It's wow. I mean, you really prove that you can do it. I mean, you're the guy. You're that guy. You're that fella that did exactly that. I mean, look, I make beats, but I don't make beats that are nearly as good as yours. I have like 4 monthly followers, and Shane has like what, 500 or something? Is it that high? I don't know. 100? Somewhere in that range. It depends on the month, But oh, Shane, you flatter me so. He said, my passion has always been and will always be you. Ah, Shane, you flatter me too much. I'm really not that cool. I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of like, I'm like a B-tiered actor, Like, I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. I'm like, let's see, who am I like, I think maybe I'm a bit like, let's see. God, I don't know. Now I don't know who I'm saying anymore. But that's okay. I'm a B-tiered actor. That's all I want to be, I'm like Christian Bale. I don't think that's true. I think he's up there, I want to be like, if I were gonna be like any actor, I would hope to be like Paul Rudd, Paul Rudd is truly just the GOAT. And I don't know, man. Yeah, everybody knows he's great, but he never really gets the recognition. I guess I could see that for old Christian Bale. Paul Walker, Jesus. Yeah. Shane wants to be like Paul Walker. Well, I mean, I don't want you to be, because Paul Walker unfortunately passed away. Which, teach their own, I guess, but I don't know, man. That's just not me. Oh, you want to be like Paul Walker but alive? Well, that's good. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Paul Walker's pretty cool, I think. I don't really know much. I never watched Fast and Furious. That's what's he in. That's what series he's a part of, right? That's like his big thing. I think it is. I've never watched it though, so I don't know. Like, that's like one huge series that I've just never like touched. That and like the Zelda video games, never touched them. I'm like a nerd for like most things, and then it's just like there's these massive gaps of things that I haven't touched, and I don't even really need to touch, Man, just watch the first 3, that's all you need. Yeah, okay. You recommend them? Are they good? Yeah, you feel me on Zelda? You ever get into it at all? You ever touch it? It's just like, I feel like it's something that like maybe I could have got into, but like it was never presented to me as a child, so it never happened, It's kind of like meth in a way, Meth. You could get into meth pretty quick, right? Okay. You played the OG games. You like the Game Boy version, but the others are meh. Yeah, I don't even know about those, so like you're beating me on that. I don't know. Yeah, well, hopefully, maybe one day I'll have some time to enjoy me some nice Zelda. Maybe I'll hop back on the old Game Boy. Yeah, that's what it is. And maybe enjoy some nice Zelda. But for now, I have no interest or time to pursue such an option. Well, I guess I do, because I'm currently playing Minecraft, which, like, it's like, I could spend my time playing Zelda. I'm not going to, though. I should get a modded Wii, and you can have it all. Well, I suppose I could, but you know, I'm not gonna do that. Oh man, it's time to farm. You know, it's time to farm. It's time to start farming in the old MC here. Um, hmm. Shane, what's your favorite video game, and why do you like it? Maybe I can do a rating. You know, a nice rating of some video games here. Some popular ones. You know, stuff I'd know. What's you know? Leave a drop in the comment section. You know, if you like, what's your top game of all time? What is it? Why'd you start playing it? Who taught you about it? Who showed you it? You know, all that good stuff. You tend to really love RPGs. I can agree with that. RPGs are good most of the time, I think. Yeah. Do you like, have you ever played, okay, my favorite video game, right, of all time is, Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it genuinely speaking, it is the best video game that maybe has or will exist, you know, like ever. I've never played a video game so satisfying, so world building, so world shattering. You know, like at the end, when, I won't spoil it, but when one of the characters is dying, you know, I really felt like saddened to my core. Like it kind of, the game, you know, it changed me as like a man. Like, it showed me like a new way of life, you know. I know that's pretty crazy. Oh, thank you, Tyler. Okay, so Shane says, okay, my favorite game of all time is Star Ocean. The second story was on PS1. It's a great game because it's one of the first games where your actions can change the game, and it has like 100 different endings. See, I love games like that. I can't say I've ever touched Star Ocean, but what I will say is I really like those games, like Life is Strange and The Walking Dead, Telltale. All the Telltale games, they're really good most of the time. I really like those. I can't remember the current game company that's developing stuff like that, but I really love when a game has, like, you know, 45 different endings, or, you know, even just 7 different endings. And I really like when, you know, your actions affect the game. That's also kind of how RDR2 is a little bit. It's got a little bit of that in it. Based on your honor, you know, it affects the dialogue in different scenes and stuff like that. As well as, you know, a couple of decisions throughout the games. You get different cutscenes. Whenever Arthur is at the end of his road in the game, you know, you can make that decision that you either end up fighting the enemy, or helping, or you're, you know, well, you end up fighting the enemy either way, but it affects kind of how it goes down, which I really like that shit. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. Well, you know, Braden couldn't recommend it enough. Yeah, no, Braden's a big fan. Although, what I will say about Braden is, I don't know if this is still true, but at one point he told me he had never completed it. And I'm like, brother, it is probably the best storytelling game of all time. Like, it portrays just this raw, wild wasteland, and it's just, every moment of it is just pure ecstasy. And I don't know how you don't finish it. I couldn't stop playing the game once I got it, because I originally got it for my PlayStation. And man, I was on there every day. I was on there every single day that I could get my hands on it, you know. And oh man, I couldn't wait for it to get out on computer, because I was, I'm a computer gamer. That's what I do. But man, when it came out on PC, I played it again, and I played it again, and I played it again. I only didn't really do that on PlayStation because, well, I don't really like PlayStation controls, if I'm being honest with you. That's kind of my downfall on that. My thoughts on Final Fantasy. Here's my thoughts. Another series. Never have I ever gotten into it, I know how well loved it is. I know it's like just the most respected thing known to man. Like, everybody talks about it, right? Everywhere I go. I have never touched it. I can't say whether or not I'd like it or not. My one friend, Tyler, not the one that commented in chat earlier, he recommends it every, single time I see him. And I'm like, brother, I know, but I'm not going to touch it because I'm so far behind, right? How many of them are there? 100 Final Fantasies? When is the final Fantasy? That's what I want to know, Am I insane for saying that? When's the very last fantasy? About to be 16. Yeah, see, do you need to play through all of them to understand, the lore? Or can you just play one? See, I don't know. I don't ask. I don't ask because if I do, well, they recently said they were probably going away from numbers. What does that mean? You can play any one of them, and it kind of makes sense. Well, that's good. I suppose that's better. I know Final Fantasy 14 is, the one that everybody talks about all the time. Is that still, the lore? Is that, still, the meta? Everybody loves the 14th one? They all have different stories. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, that's cool, at least. At least you can hop into it at any time, I suppose. Am I going to? If I gotta be honest with you? Probably not. But, I might give it a whirl one day. Oh man, so 14 is a fantastic online game. Oh, is there beef behind this video game? I don't know. Man. But the Final Fantasy community is all a bunch of self-righteous assholes. Lol. That's not my words, that's Shane's. Nobody commented about it. Anyway. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, if it's, that's what you gotta say about it. That's what you... I mean, I feel like that's every fucking fan base now. They're all self-righteous assholes, If you're, part of a fan base, and you go really hard on it, and you really like that thing, and someone doesn't agree with your opinion on it, you're not gonna change your opinion, You're gonna be an asshole about it. I know how people work. They always do that. No matter who you are, who you say you are, you're gonna have one opinion that you're gonna stick to. And no matter what people say, you're always going to be like, no, you're wrong. I am right, you are wrong. Your personal favorite is 12, had the best story. 7 has one of the greatest impacts on your life. Wow, okay. Well, that's something I've not heard about Final Fantasy. Impact on life, wow. When I'm playing video games, if the video game has an impact on my life like RDR2 did, then I feel very sentimental about that game, It makes me feel good. So I understand. I understand why that could be kind of a little bit of an opportunity for it to be up there in your ranking. It's like I said earlier, I really liked Life is Strange, and the first time I played Life is Strange, I was not at that time what you would claim to be a depressed person, right? I wasn't depressed at that time. I wasn't I was just kind of a kid when it came out, so it really, and I know kids can be depressed, that's not what I'm saying, but I was like a kid, and I didn't really understand all the concepts of it, maybe. But when I did play it again, when I went back to it maybe in 2019 or 2021, something like that. Actually, it's not even been that long ago. It's been 2022 even. When I went back to it maybe then, after I had gone through a lot of life since I was a child, it really hit me differently. And that's the type of game to really make you tear up at moments. And if it has that kind of impact on your life, it's like, wow. What a great game. You look back at it fondly because, holy shit, it actually interjected itself in your thoughts and feelings. So I like those games. Shane says, I do feel sentimental about 7, but I recognize that 12 is better in a lot of ways. I was young when 7 came out, and as a teenager trying to figure himself out, in a lot of ways, 7 is a story about finding yourself, of all things, and it helped me find myself. Well, Shane, that's really good to hear. That's literally what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. And it helps you find yourself. That's exactly what RDR2 did for me, and as well as Life is Strange. And a few other games to mention, And I think, right now I'm playing Minecraft. I think, honestly, it also feels like a significant, life-changing game, This is where I made some of my closest connections and some of my best friends. I explored worlds and built little farms like I'm doing now, and that was all with my homies, and it was truly impactful. So I can understand. Yeah, no, I get that. I understand entirely. It helped you. But, well, that's good. It's good to hear. Well, anyway, Shane, I think I'm going to wrap things up for episode 1. I've been recording for 47 minutes. I think that's a good long podcast for the first one. And I hope, everybody else can get a chance to view this and enjoy it. And hopefully you stick around, guys. I thank you for viewing, Perpetual podcast, number 3/number 1, we're just gonna make this number 3, but just know that in your heart it's number 1. Okay, I'm gonna say welcome back to the Perpetual podcast next time, and you're not gonna know what episode number it is unless you look at the title, and that title will say Perpetual podcast number 4, and then you're gonna be like, wait a minute, last episode he said it was Perpetual podcast number 1. And then you're going to go back on my earlier videos and discover that this channel that I'm posting this on wasn't even about podcasts to begin with. And it's a completely different thing. And then you're going to look at me and you're going to be like, who is this freak? And then you're going to be like, wow, goodbye, Steven. I'll never watch you again. And then I'll stop podcasting because no one will view me and I will get very upset. And, that's how it'll go. But anyway, I think this has been a really good podcast, and I just wanted to say thank you all. Goodbye. Have a good night. Yeah, have a good night? I don't know. I don't know how to end this yet. This is all new. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. That's what YouTubers do, right? Anyway, goodbye.